again, running ears. I wanted to do this one video this week because registration for the Wine Dine 2022 Wine Dine is underway. You might have already gotten in. Congratulations if you got in. I hope my tips helped. And so I was going to give you an update on what happened in my experience when I was trying to register this past Tuesday. But before that, as usual, guys, I am loving the questions. Please keep asking the questions. But please subscribe down below. Tell your friends about it. Have them subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell so you can get updates on all the videos. And I will be going live next week, which I'll go into later on. But I'll be going on, not live, but I'll be recording the runs next week. And without further ado, let's get straight to the topic. So this past Tuesday was, you know, it gets hectic for most people, especially when they're trying to register. So before I get into what happened to me, I'm going to give a couple of disclaimers. Number one, all the times that I give are going to be Central Time. Okay, so when I say I was on at 9, that is 9 Central Time. So people will hear 9. Was he on early or something like that? So because it started at 10. Yes, 10 Eastern Time. But I was on at 9. So everything that I give you is going to be Central Time. Also, another thing that happens is I actually was on a couple of pages and I was letting people know what was going on. And people have different experiences. This is caused by different kind of internet disturbances in their area. The Wi-Fi not working correctly, whatever it may be, but people will have different experiences. So I want to make it clear this is my experience. This is what I've experienced in the past. So it's basically what I experience on a more natural basis. So take it with a grain of salt because some of you guys have had a lot better experiences than this, and some of you guys have had worse experiences than this, but this is basically what average happens to me. So let's get started. So it's Tuesday morning. Got on there. I've already registered, but I wanted to go through what you guys were going through, and I had social media open so I could help you guys get through the anxiety too. So I was trying to see if I could register for the 5K. I did not go through with it, even though I got into the final page, but I wanted to show you guys what happened to me. So we're going to start at 8:31 Central Time. I was online and I put up all 3 of my devices. So I had my PC, I had my tablet, and I had my phone, and I kept refreshing them. A few minutes later, it crashed. Everything crashed, and all of a sudden, it was giving me this thing that said, "Hey, you know, so sorry, we're working on it, blah blah blah," and stuff. So the anxiety grew, and I could see on social media people were going, "What the heck is going on here?" So it crashed for a while. It seemed like some people who were already in what's called the rotating queue were already there, but the rest of us, which it looks like it was a lot of us, were trying to refresh and trying to get into it. So that finally took all the way till about, I think in my time it was about 10 minutes till when it finally came back. So once it came back, it took about till 8:57 my time, so 8:57 Central Time, that it finally got me into the spinning queue. So the spinning queue, if you guys don't know about this, is once you refresh the page, so you're going to go to the Wine Dine runDisney page, and you refresh it, instead of saying registration coming soon, you will actually see a green bar that say register here or register now. You will click on that, and when you click on that, once you get into the race that you're going to register for, it'll have you it sometimes has you log in, but on the most part it goes into the spinning queue. So you'll see the spinning queue and it'll give you a time. So my first one at 8:57, all 3 of them said over 1 hour. Now forward it to 9 o'clock. So I kept thinking to myself, man, it's going to be impossible for me to get in if it's over an hour. At 9 o'clock, each one of them went down. The lowest one was 17 minutes. But at 9 o'clock, I had a 17-minute wait on one of my devices. I think I had a 25-minute wait, the last one. The third one was about 55 minutes. So I was kind of watching to see what was going on. So at 9:02, yes, 2 minutes later, it went down to, yes, 6 minutes. 6 minutes left on one of my devices. The other ones went down drastically also, but this was clearly the one that I was going to be able to register on. It was closest to, that was my PC. So I was looking at that one, then went down to 6 minutes. Now the anxiety hits again because 2 minutes later, it was still at 6 minutes and I was going, what's going on? So at one point it went down 11 minutes in a couple of minutes, and then for 2 minutes it didn't go down at all. So then from 9:05 to 9:06, so once it get 9:06, I was 1 minute away on my PC device. So, and I was about 5 minutes away on my tablet, and my phone was still saying about 30 minutes. So I kind of logged off of that one. What I advise you guys to do is to keep logging on or keep everything open just in case one of them goes down, I'm sorry. Because like, for example, the PC and my tablet were on Wi-Fi and my phone was on the normal connection. I turned the Wi-Fi off. So at any time, if the Wi-Fi goes down, then I'm SOL. So what I needed to do was keep that other one open. I didn't do it because I wanted to check a lot on social media, so that's what I kept doing. So, but it was now less than 1 minute. So less than a minute later, about 9:07 roughly, I actually got in the queue. So I was able to register, and it went pretty quickly. I actually got to put in my name. So I got to put in, my password, and it auto-filled everything with my name. I just had to pick my shirt. I had to pick everything. I got to the final page, which had the payment. I probably needed about another 30 seconds to get in. And so by about, I think I climbed it out by 9:10. So I timed it out by 9:10, I would have gotten into the 5K. Now, I didn't get in, and I regret not getting in because I found out later that some friends of mine, people that I know from this channel, from outside, were doing it. I didn't know that you guys were going to be doing it, so I said, man, I wish I would have known. Some friends of mine that I've known for years, they've never done a Run Disney event, but all of a sudden they decided to do one, and they didn't reach out to me. So guys, reach out to me and let me know you guys are going to do it so that way I can do it with you. So I won't be doing the 5K, but I was able to do the challenge. Or I should say I was able to get into the challenge when it came to, because I'm a legacy runner, so I got to register about a week early. So I kept looking at the times and I kept refreshing, and at 9:20 to almost 9:30, stuff was still open. Everything seems to be still open. From what I gathered and I saw, I want to say the 5K sold out about 9:45 is when I first saw the sold out sign, and about 5 minutes later the 10K sold out, so that came out with a sold out sign. So by 9:50 those were gone. But for the rest of Tuesday, both the half marathon and the challenge were open. Now, as of this morning, so I'm recording this Friday morning, so 3 days later when the registration for the virtual opened up, which it did this morning, the only one that is open still is the challenge. The half marathon sometimes pops up, sometimes it doesn't. What I recommend to you guys, if it pops up, go as quickly as possible, because I'm not sure why it does that, but sometimes people are able to register themselves, but they have to go very, very quickly. If you don't go quickly and you don't get in very quickly, then it's going to disappear. It might be a spot or two, and so the people that are the fastest are going to get in. So with that said, that's what happened with me. Now, just FYI, it looks like the virtual runs are completely wide open so far. It doesn't say anything that's sold out today. A lot of people, which is a great idea, I think it is. So I'm going to be doing the challenge, but I considered doing the virtual 5K, and I can run it there at my leisure. I can run it beforehand, but I also get that medal. Now, I prefer running at Disney. That's my preference. I love doing the runs at Disney. There's a reason why I sign up for them to run them. I'm not the biggest fan of virtual runs, but those of you guys who can't afford to go or don't have the time to go, it's a great alternative, and I'll give some tips later. With that said, that's it for today. I am going to do a video before I leave next week. There's a lot of stuff coming in for Springtime Surprise, and I was going to add on to this video, but then I decided, you know what? They're going to keep emailing us, and they're going to keep adding, and then I'm going to just sit there going like, okay, another update. So by next Tuesday, I want to have a video out with all the updates on Springtime Surprise, including what to do, some tips on merchandise so that you can get merchandise if that's what you want to do. If you just want to go to the expo, that's what it is. There's a whole bunch of stuff with the way that they run the 5K, and we'll get all into that in the next video. So for now, guys, I want you guys to have a magical weekend, and if you guys are out there running, create a magical run.